we go. So we're going to take the band nice and flat and place it behind our toes. And we're going to do some footwork to warm up. So make sure all 10 toes are in there. We're going to connect our heels into a Pilates stance. We'll lie back and our knees will come in like a frog. So that means that my knees are as wide as my frame. My heels are connected. My toes turned out. My elbows rest on the mat. If you want to make the band tighter, you walk your hands closer down towards your feet. On an inhale, I'm going to push out. Belly goes in, thighs wrap. And then exhale, return. And I push out and return. Lengthen those legs and scoop the belly. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed, the neck is relaxed. And we go for 5 and 4. If I go too fast, go your own pace. 3, 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. And 1 more. Now I come all the way in. My feet are parallel now, feet together, thighs together. And I'm going to reach my toes almost over the top of that band. And now I'm reaching with those toes, press out and come in. I inhale to exhale. Here's 8 and 7. Pay attention to that lower back. If you need to, the feet can go straight up to the ceiling. 4 more. And 3 and 2 and 1. Now flex your heels. Lead with your heels. Same thing. Press out and come in. Inhale to exhale. Here's 3 and 4. Feel those glutes firing as you extend those legs all the way out. And 3 more. And 2 more. Stay all the way out and bring those legs straight up. I'm going to flex my heels for 3 counts and then point my toes. I flex 2, 3, and point 2, 3. Flex, 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 point, point, point. The rib cage is heavy. The neck is long. Flex your heels and point those toes. 3 more times. Keeping the legs straight, back of the knees, reaching long. 2 more. And 1 more. And slide those hands up. And then bring them all the way down parallel to the floor by your hips. You can keep your head down or you can nod your chin to your chest. Hold it here. You're lifting to the base of your shoulder blades. And we'll start to pump those arms for the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Arms are really straight. I'm pinching my band with my thumb and second finger. My shoulders are reaching long. My back is nice and heavy. I'm inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the lips. And this is an important cue. We're moving those arms from our back muscles, those armpit muscles. So make sure those are firing. Anytime you need to put your head down, you can also bend your knees and place your feet on your mat. We've got 3 more to go. And 2 more. And 1 more. I'm going to rock myself all the way up and keep my legs nice and straight. All right, so I'm going to take my band and I'm going to cross it, making an X. Reach my hands forward and sit super tall. I'm going to take my spine, keep it nice and long, and I'm going to do a flat back hinge. Inhale. On the exhale, tuck your tail and come all the way down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. And I'm going to draw my chin to my chest. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. And as I start to come up and my band gets loose, pull the elbows back, but keep your head and chest coming forward. I'm going to stack my spine, hinge back nice and long. Everything goes together. Then I'm going to tuck my tail, take my chin to my chest, and bring it all the way down. Eyes to belly. Inhale. To exhale, pull those elbows back. Now start to straighten the arms, straighten the spine. Inhale, hinge, I'm still inhaling. Tuck and curl, exhale. Eyes to belly, inhale, find that lower back. We bring it up, round, round, round. Pull those elbows back. Stack your spine, inhale, hinge back. Now exhale, but stop before the lower back touches the floor. Let this band support you. Draw those elbows back and then return back out. So scoop in nice and strong. Shoulders are mounted. If this is straining to your lower back, come up a little higher. And I go for 4 and 3 and 2. Hold the elbows back, curl that chest forward, and then stack your spine and lengthen those arms. Now the palms are facing the floor and my arms are parallel to the floor. Try to sit taller off those sits bones. The arm closest to me, I want you to pull that elbow back and zip up that spine. Retrace your steps, unwind, and then pull the elbow opposite direction and then come back through. And I inhale, thumb to armpit, exhale. And again, thumb to armpit, rotate that spine. Back to center, one more each side. As I'm pulling back, I'm zipping up that spine taller, bring it back home. And one more, I inhale to exhale, uncrisscross that band, and only keep the right foot in that band. I'm going to pull my elbows back. I'm going to bend that knee towards me and tilt back until your elbows touch the mat behind you. Draw that knee way in. Zip up the rib cage, open the chest, glide the shoulders down. I'm going to press that leg straight out and then come back in. Squeeze your seat, belly in. So make sure those elbows are on the mat to support your back. There you go. And then come back in. Isn't that much better? Yeah. Inhale. 2, exhale. 2 more. I want you to feel the length of that leg. Now 1 more. Hold it out here and bring that leg straight up and then reach it back down. I'll inhale up, exhale down. And here's 3. Try to get that leg super straight. Keep those shoulders connected to your back. And I got 4 more. I inhale and I exhale. 3 more. Lift up and lower. 2 more. Up and down. And 1 more. Good. Take the other foot inside. Take the other foot out, but it's got to be on the outside of that band. And then draw that knee in. Now lengthen the leg long and we'll push out and in. I like to cue push from the tush and then drive that belly in. Remember, we always have opposition. You got it. We got 4 more. Don't forget to engage those glutes. Feel that leg lengthening even longer after it extends out. So I'm pushing through that band. Now keep it out there and we'll lift that leg up and then down. And then up and then down. And lift and lower. Other leg is pushing down in opposition. And we go for 4 and 3. We've got 2 more and 2. Hold this one up. I'm going to slide my elbows further out and lay all the way down. If it feels better to your back to bend the opposite leg, feel free to bend the opposite leg, okay? Turn that kneecap away from you of that band leg, and we're going to circle towards the center line and around. And I inhale to exhale. Nothing else is moving. I feel like there's a bowling ball on top of my torso. 1 more. Inhale to exhale. Now let's reverse it. I go out, down, and sweep up the center. My pelvis does not move with that leg, nor does the opposite hip. Use your breath. We inhale to exhale. 1 more. Inhale to exhale. Now straighten those arms. If you need more help coming up, walk your hands further up. Draw the chin to your chest, find that lower back, and bring yourself all the way up. So my arms are still real long. Now pull the thumbs towards you. The leg is coming towards you. Now start to mount back down, straightening that arm, and reach it back. And do that again. Keep the arm straight. Eyes to belly, find that lower back. Now bring yourself up, lengthening the arms, lengthening the leg. Now bring those thumbs towards you, towards the sides of your head. Melt back down, lengthening the arms and that leg. And one more time, eyes to belly. Bring it up. Pull it towards you. Hold it here. Good. Now put both ends into that left hand. Put your right hand to the side and swing this leg out. Yep. And then bring it back in. And do that again. Take it out. Pelvis doesn't go with you. That opposite hip doesn't go with you. And I take it out. And I come back in. I take it out. I come back in and I lower that leg. Put the band ends in each hand and take the right foot in and the left foot out. I'm going to pull my elbows down and tip back and come all the way down. You can bend the left leg or keep it straight. I'm going to turn that band leg and the kneecap turns away. That's an external rotation from your hip. And we circle towards the center, zip up, 1. Press into that band. It's not like my foot is just hanging out in that band. I want you to try to push that leg longer, making that band more stretched. And one more. Inhale to exhale. Let's reverse it. Around to come up. Try to have your toes stop on the same point of the ceiling each time you stop that circle. And one more. Let's lengthen those arms, curl the chin to your chest, find that lower back, zip it up, pull those thumbs towards you, start to come down, straighten those arms, take your time, let the band assist you coming down, eyes to belly, find that lower back, pull yourself up. Pull that leg closer towards you. Start to straighten your arms as you melt that spine back down. That opposite leg is reaching long into that mat. And one more. Eyes to belly. Inhale. 2. Exhale. Pull it towards you. Bring it back out. Put both ends into that right hand. Left hand comes to the mat. And I'm going to reach this leg out. Keep the pelvis still. Keep the hips still. Bring it back in. And I take it away, bring it back in, and one more. I inhale, and I exhale. I come back down, I put both feet back in my band. This time I'm going to soften my knees, and my legs are 1 fist width apart. I start with my ears, shoulders, and hips in a straight line. I'm going to tuck my tail. The band's going to help support me. I'm going to tuck my tail, just have my lower back touch the mat, and then round forward. If you run out of space, walk your hands further up, okay? And I take it back, and the more support you need, you take those hands closer to your feet. Exhale up. I'm going to stay in this little rounded shape. My shoulders are melted. I'm scooping my belly. Exhale, the belly button presses back to the spine even deeper. I inhale. I exhale. And give me one more. I'm going to round, my arms stay straight the whole exercise. And I come back up. Good. Now I'm going to take my legs into a tabletop. I'm going to try the same thing, but you don't have to do the tabletop. You can keep the feet on the floor. Bring yourself back up. This is more challenging. And again, tuck that tail. Take your time. Breathe. My chin stays to my chest. My eyes stay fixed to my navel. So I'm trying to keep myself in this rounded position. Now pause here. And I'm going to push those legs out. In. Roll myself up. Now remember, you can have your feet down too, correct? So I'm going to roll it down like I just did. Press out. Come back to my table. And bring myself there. I go back up. See, even your instructor has trouble sometimes. Just one more of those. I snuck that one in on you. I come back. I press. I come back to that tabletop. And I bring myself back up. And I straighten my legs out.
I let go of my band and I just come forward. No, but Pilates, nothing is easy in Pilates if you do it correctly. Okay, so we're going to go into our abs series, okay? So I'm going to give you different variations to these exercises. Anytime you need to, you put your head down, you keep your head down the whole time, that's fine. So I'm going to lengthen my arms nice and long. We've done this many times before. I lock my arms straight, okay? My knees are bent. I'm going to come down and bring my knees in towards my chest. If your head is lifted, you need to be off your shoulders and just the base of your shoulder blade is left. I keep these arms reaching long. I take my right knee closer towards me, my left leg leaves the band, and I just switch. The thing here is I want you driving that knee through the band, deepening the work for the abdominals, for that powerhouse. Inhale to exhale. Notice my wrists are straight. My arms are in one position. They're staying there. Don't forget to do the breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the lips. One more time. Inhale to exhale and release. Pull it in. Nicely done. So I'm going to reach my band all the way to my ankles. I can keep my head down or I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to reach everything away. Come right back in and just give a little tug down against the band. I reach long. I inhale. 2, 3, press down. And I lengthen. Inhale. 2, 3. Another variation. I'm going to press out, open my legs, open my arms, come back in, and then return. Out, open, close, bring it back in. And out, open, close, come back in, and one more. Keep the rib cage heavy. Woo! And release. All right, now I usually can't get this band behind my foot lying down, so I'm gonna rock myself back up. If you can do it laying down, do it. But put it behind your right foot. Yeah, I gotta sit up and do it. I don't know why. All right, so scissors. Reach that right leg all the way up. And I'm gonna put both ends into that right hand, and my right elbow is gonna come down. I'm gonna take my left hand behind my head. I'm going to hover my left foot off the mat. I'm really pressing that right leg long. I'm going to curl my chin to my chest. I got some support here from my head. And I'm going to keep switching my legs. Now remember, if your head is lifted, you have to be up and over that top rib cage. Inhale, exhale. Reach. And that leg that doesn't have a band should be reaching just as long. I go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Head down, arm down. Bring that leg back up. So I want you to take the band leg and cross that ankle in front of the free leg. I'm going to push down for 2 and lift up for 2. I want the back to stay heavy, the hips to stay in a straight line, the pelvis staying still. Even though my one ankle is crossed over and only one leg has resistance to it. And I resist coming down. I lengthen and lift up. My neck is relaxed. And I bring it back up. And one more. I inhale and exhale. I'll take those legs to a wide V. Resist, come back in. To a wide V, and I'm still in that turned out position. So when I do bring those legs back together, I'm in that Pilates V. Inhale out, exhale in. I want the belly to be bringing those legs back in, my inner thighs. Let's add some glutes. And 3, and 2, last one, and 1. One end in each hand. Put the left foot in, and stretch the right leg out onto the floor. Put both ends into your left hand and pull the elbow down. Take that right hand behind your head. Bring it up, eyes to belly. Hover that bottom foot, anchor that elbow down, curl up and over that top rib cage, and we scissor. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, exhale. You got it. And remember, it's not just about pulling that leg up with that band. It's about stretching longer as you lower. So make that band stretch more. Yep. Try to keep both legs super straight. And 4. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Head down, arm to your side. Bring that right leg behind the left. My ankles are crossed. The band leg is on top. I'm going to push down for 2 and lift up for 2. So having my one leg crossed over and only one leg having the band, it's going to challenge my body. It's going to want to move. I got to keep my pelvis and hips still. My lower back should be heavy. Inhale and exhale. So choose how low you go based upon your hips and your lower back. 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling up. And 1 more. Now take those feet into a wide V. I go out. I resist coming in. I inhale out. Exhale, resist. Create the work. I can make this very easy. I can make this very hard. Use your breath. Always inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the lips. And we go for 3 and 2 and 1. Take that band off the foot. Just let it fall down. I'm going to let it lay on my mat right in front of my seat. Hug these knees in. Now, we already did a straight leg, lower lift, so I'm going to go right into crisscross. So inhale for nothing. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest, hand over hand behind the head. Now, right here, my elbows in a straight line and my shoulders are off the mat. Try to maintain that. Twist to me. Push that leg out. Hold, hold, hold. Come back in. Other direction. Shoulders off that mat. Elbows in a straight line best you can. Exhale, twist. 2, 3. Back in. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Get that rotation. Scoop in deeper. Now I'm going to go to singles. So as soon as I go to one side, I'm transitioning to the other. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let those arms go out like a T, palms are up. Float your knees to one side. Keep the opposite shoulder heavy. Use your core, bring it back to center, and then float your knees other side. Good. Bring it back to center. Grab onto that band. We're going to keep it behind those hamstrings. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. And I'm going to zip my legs straight up into a Pilates V. Now I'm going to use this as a hammock. I'm going to do another set of scissors. I'm going to take my leg into that band and then switch. So I'm just pressing just a little bit into that band. Arms are staying straight. Shoulder is heavy. Chin to chest. Eyes to belly. And I go 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in and rock yourself up. Take that band out from underneath you and take it to the base of your armpits. And I'm actually going to bend my knees and sit cross-legged. If that doesn't feel good to you, get into a position that does with your legs. Make sure your hair is not caught underneath that band. And I'm going to pinch it with my thumb and second finger. And I'm going to take my arms out parallel to the floor, my palms face down. Press out on an exhale. Bring your elbows back on an inhale. I'm going to exhale and inhale. Belly goes in deeper as I press away. You got it. 2 more, please. Exhale and inhale. And exhale and inhale. Extend those legs straight out. Press the back of those knees down. And I'm going to do another set here. I want you to inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Press it out. One more. Now on this one, as I push out, round the spine, pressing into that band, and then return, lengthening. Press out as I push back against my band. My belly's pressing in deeper, and I come back to start. Flex those feet. Exhale. Inhale. So I want you to feel the part of your back that has that band pushing back against that band as I go forward. And we're just going to do one more time. I exhale. I inhale, and I lengthen those arms straight out. Now rotate towards me. Reach forward as that back arm reaches back. Lift up. Arms are straight. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Reach forward. Look back at that hand. Inhale up. Twist, 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 twist. Exhale. That forward arm feels more of that tug, right? You get more rotation out of that spine. Sit tall, sit tall, sit tall. Exhale. If we like these, we'll do one more set. Will we good one more time? Okay. Reach forward. Look at that back hand. I lift up tall. Keep those shoulders connected to your back. And then I exhale forward. I bring it back around, and I release that band. Okay. Take the band where your feet just were. I'm going to lay on my stomach. And we're not going to use the band yet, but it's in place. So it's going to be at the top of your sternum, but my hands are going to be right under my armpits, okay? My legs are sits bone width apart. As I'm laying here, I'm pulling my navel away from the mat, and I don't want my shoulders to start creeping up to my ears. I want to feel my shoulders connected to my rib cage. I'm going to roll an imaginary marble with my nose just to start digging my head in line with the rest of my spine. I press through the heel of my hands. I push my belly button down as I'm lifting up. Then as I come down, I pull that navel back away from my mat. So don't start with your shoulders pulling up. Press them back. Here I go. I lift up my forehead. My chest is lifting. My neck is just going along for the ride. And I exhale, coming back down. Just two more. I lift up, squeeze your seat, melt those shoulders down. Exhale. One more. I'm going to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Now, anything, remember, I do with the band, you can do without the band. So if you see what we're doing and you're like, no, that's not cool for my shoulders, don't do it. So I'm grabbing my band, and I'm sliding my hands along the band until they touch the outer edge of my mat. So I'm going to pinch with my thumb and second finger, and I'm going to press my arms straight out. I'm going to check and make sure that my wrists are not in flexion. I'm going to hover my head and chest. I'm going to pull my pinkies back. Maybe I lift up my torso a little higher. Bring those arms back out, and I come back down to a bent arm and head and chest down. I start by pressing my arms out. That's count 1. 2, I hover my head and chest. 3, I'm pulling my pinkies back, squeezing my shoulder blades together. Bring my arms back out. Bend my arms, lower my head and chest. All right, and again. Press out, count 1. Lift up the head and chest. Pull the pinky back. Bring those arms back out. Bend everything back in. Now this time, I'm going to press out. I'm going to hover my head and chest. I want you to pull back. Take it out to a T. Lower your head and chest, and come right back out. Inhale to exhale. 2 more. Lengthen those arms. Inhale. Palms stay facing the floor. Exhale. And 1 more. My neck is long. I'm not hyperextending like that. I come back down. I release that band, and I stretch back into a child's pose. I scoop my belly, and I round the back. If your wrists want a little break, flip the palms up. Keep the belly engaged, so I'm still pulling my navel in. Good job. Okay, we're going to bring it back up, and we're going to kneel on our band. I'm going to take the hand closest to the camera and grab the band with that end. Now all I want you to do is rotate up and down. So I don't start with my hand here, I'm on a little bit, and I'm going to reach it up and then towards the edge of my mat. I'm going to rotate and down. I inhale and I exhale, release. Put that hand under the shoulder. The other side, I grab onto my band. It's out to the side, so it's not too tight. Pull that belly in, slightly tuck your tail. I'm going to follow it. I'm going to inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Once again, sit back in that child's pose. Keep the belly scooping. Good. I'm going to bring it back up, and I'm going to keep my right knee on the band, and my left leg is going to reach long, and my right arm keeps the band, and I'm reaching out long. So it's my right knee on the band, my right hand with the band. I'm going to square off my hips. I'm going to lift my arm and leg for 1 and 2. Belly's pulling in like crazy. I'm squeezing my armpits. Keep my shoulders safe. I inhale, 2 exhale, and 3. Just 2 more. Here's 2. And 1, and bring everything back in. Now my left knee's on the band, and I stretch my right leg back. I grab onto the end with my left hand, and I reach my arm out in front of me straight, palm faces the floor. Hips are square, pull the belly in. It's like camping collapsed, right? And I lift up and down. Nice long line, and exhale. Crown of my head should be reaching long, so I shouldn't be able to see my standing leg. Make sure you're not sinking into that standing leg. Fire the glute to lift. And 3, good. And 2, and 1, and release. We'll stretch back again and release those wrists. And before we change directions, I'm going to come to a high kneel, take the band out from underneath your knees. I like to do a chest expansion and a thigh stretch. All right, so chest expansion, I'm going to hang my arms, and they're going to be straight out parallel in front of me, shoulder width apart. Now, this is an important cue. If we don't engage things in the back of our body, we'll be sticking out and bringing this to an arch. So we're going to pull this in and up. This is going to tuck down. And in this position, I feel my hamstrings and my glutes engaged. All right, staying in that position, I'm going to pull my band down, open up my chest. That's an inhale, and exhale, return. Do that again. Inhale to exhale. Feet should be flat. And again, the back of my body should be working here. Now I'm going to do a thigh stretch. I'm going to keep this band nice and tight. Then I'm going to hinge back. I'm going to tug on that band a little bit, and then release the band and come back up. Feet are pressing into the mat. Everything is going back with me, and my neck is staying in line with my spine. I feel as if I'm digging my knees into my mat to come back. Now, let's put those 2 moves together. I'm going to inhale down. Exhale up. Now hinge back. Tug outward on that band. Inhale. Exhale. Band comes down. Hips pressing forward. Inhale. To exhale. Inhale. To exhale. One more time. And I press back, back, back. And now I come back into that child's pose. And I stretch back nice and long. Give me an inhale, give expansion to the ribs. Exhale, close it back up. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Onto our seat for a shoulder bridge. We're going to do extra hip work here and opening those up using our band. So I'll lay all the way down. My legs are fist width apart. Arms are straight up, shoulders are down. I'm going to tuck my tail, my butt's coming up first, and as I'm coming up, I'm going to press through the band, open those hips, shoulders are heavy, and articulate, exhaling the rest of the way back down, taking your time. And again, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, inhale up, exhale, retrace, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck that pelvis, squeeze your seat, drive the feet down, knees are going forward, and we'll just do that one more time. I'm articulating coming off the mat as well as coming back down. Inhale, shoulders open, hips open, chest opens. We exhale down. Hug those knees into your chest. I'm going to give a little rock side to side, massaging the kidneys and the spine. We'll rock ourselves all the way up. We're going to come onto our side, and you're going to take that band and put it behind the top foot. Try to have all the toes inside the band. Try to have the band as flat as possible. Mine keeps bunching up. The best we're going to get. All right. So try to have that foot pretty much in the center of that band. Let's come onto our side. We're going to take our bodies to the back of our mat. Slide the hands more towards the ends. You can prop your head up or lay all the way down. And we'll take our feet to the front edge. I'm going to take this palm of my hand. It's either going to touch against my belly button or my knuckles will press into the mat. But I want this to be still and solid. Connect the shoulder to your back. And we're going to just lift this leg hip height and then come back down. And I press up with resistance. Now I've got opposition here. My bottom leg is pushing down as my top leg is lifting up. Please make sure that the core is pulling in and up. Everything on the side of my body is working. 2 more. My shoulder is connected to my back. And I hold this one up. I'm going to take it forward, give a push, and swing and lengthen back. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale to inhale. 2 more. The belly fires, the back of the leg and glute, and 1 more. Forward, forward, and back, back. Stack these legs and bring them back into a straight line. We're going to lift both legs up and then down. And we lift them up and down. Lift up and down. Make sure that bottom rib cage here is staying nice and light on that mat. 2 more. Up and down. And 1 more. Good. Now bend that top knee. Take that band off and place those bands in the hands. Now, I don't like a lot of this floating around my face, so I am going to bunch it up and grab onto my ends. And my hands should be wider than my shoulders. So I'm in a straight line here. I'm resting my head. And all I want you to do is take this top arm and pull it towards the legs and then back up. If that's too tight, you slide the hands further down. But my bottom arm and hand are staying against that mat. My head is resting on that arm. I want you to add on that top leg. We bring it up and we take it down. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm squeezing that armpit of that arm that's moving. I'm lengthening my arm and my leg. And we go 4. How about that bottom leg? It's pushing down. And 3. Good. And 2. Now hold the leg up, Bring the arm back home. Take that bottom leg to it and then down. And then to it and then down. Inner thighs, hello. And 3, don't forget to breathe. 2 and 1 and release. Bring yourself all the way up. Let's take it to the other side. All right, how are we doing on time? Woo, it's going by quick. All right, let's take that band on the top foot. Try to have that band as flat as possible. The toes are inside it. Try to have it in the center. All right, so my top hand has the ends, long legs to the back edge of my mat, including my elbow. Whoop. All right, take those legs to the front edge. Rib cage is nice and light. Remember, I slid my hands towards the ends. My palm faces me. I either have my palm against my navel or my knuckles to my mat, whichever works better for that shoulder. Push the bottom leg down. I lift my top leg hip height and then down. Keep that bottom rib cage nice and light. Push that bottom leg down. And how about lengthen that band leg longer as you lift? I lift up for 4. Take your time. Precision, centering, concentration, control, breath. Hold this one up. Make sure that shoulder is anchored down. And I'm going to swing forward, give a push, and then bring it back, give a push. So don't be afraid to get that leg out there or that leg behind you. As long as your hips stay still and your pelvis, move that leg. Back, back. Exhale, belly works here, and bring it back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward. Good. Now stack those legs and bring them back to center. We're going to lift these legs up, hand down. So I don't have my feet to the front edge anymore. I'm in a straight line. Remember, you can lay on this arm instead of having your head propped up. And we go for 3, whoop, and 2, good, and 1. Bend that knee, grab onto that band. We put into our hands, we are in a slight wider grip than shoulder width, okay? And then I grab onto my ends so they're not flying around by my head. Then we'll lay all the way onto my side, and I bring that arm straight up. All right, I'm going to pull that arm down, and then bring it back up. Squeeze that armpit, keep those arms lengthening long, and come back up. Even though my arm is doing the movement, I'm still engaging my core. I inhale, I exhale. I want to add the leg, here we go. My leg comes up, meets it, I come back out. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, squeeze that armpit. Fire that serratus anterior muscle to move this arm. And I go for 4. This should be work. And 3. Don't hold your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep the leg. Exhale the arm back up. Now that bottom leg is going to reach to it. And down. I'm still on my side. I still have my shoulders connected. Inner thighs, butt, belly. And I go for 4. This is awesome. And 3, 2 more. Here's 2. 1 more. Lower that top leg. Release the arms and sit up. Okay, that was work, but it was fun. Okay. Look gorgeous. Bring it back to seated. We're going to take that band behind both feet. So we're going to go into our teasers. We always give different variations, different levels of participants, and maybe some days you just don't feel as strong. So we work with what we've got for this day. All right, so my legs are fist width apart. If I need more help coming up, I want your hands closer to your ankles. If you're not going to need as much help, we can come back more, but the arms are going to stay straight. I'm not going to bend them back. All right, so I'm going to draw my chin to my chest, tuck my tail, melt my shoulders. Exhale back. I don't drag my head. I nod my chin to my chest. I find that lower back. And my arms are still straight. They're still straight. Less help, slide them back further. And I tuck my tail. I'm taking my spine down, bone by bone. I nod my chin to my chest, find that lower back, eyes the belly button, and then my eyes go up my thighs towards my fingers. Slide those eyes back down to the belly button. Exhale. Draw that chin to your chest. Eyes go up your thighs. Now, if you want, we can come back down. I'm going to press those legs straight. I don't let my head touch anymore. I'm going to pull myself up. And I bring myself down to that hover again. Shh. Press out on your band. Lift from your belly, not your hips. Good. And then hover. Inhale with control. Exhale down. And last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring those knees in. Just hug those knees and keep those bands behind those feet if you're able. Yep. And we'll rock ourselves back up. Keep the feet with the band. I'm just going to take my hands a little further down. I'm going to bend my arms. Now I'm going to come back onto my elbows again. So I'm going to come back until my elbows touch. I'm going to draw my knees back in. So my chest is open, my shoulders are down, and I'm going to push that band out. Stay right here. So I'm going to take my legs towards the left, down, slide over to the right, and then back up to center. And then opposite to the right, down, keep pushing long into that band. I inhale, I keep switching which direction I'm going in. All right, start with the opposite direction. Inhale, use your core to exhale. One more each side. Inhale to exhale. And last one. Inhale to exhale. Sit all the way up. Keep those elbows back. Flex those feet and point the toes. Flex the heels. Point the toes. Try to sit taller. And even the rib cage can go higher. Crown of the head is holding up that ceiling. Two more. I inhale and I exhale. And last one, I'm going to inhale and exhale and release. Soften those knees. Let the band fall back down onto your mat. We're going to come back onto our stomachs for swimming. You guys still with me? Okay, almost there. All right, so again, remember, when you're laying on your belly, we are not just letting the belly go. We're pulling it away from the mat. I'm going to reach my arms out long. Yep. And we're going to lift everything up off our mat. So scoop that belly in, glide those shoulders down, lengthen those toes a little longer, and I lift up and I hold, 2, 3, and then I release. And everything lifts back up. I inhale to exhale. Make sure you're firing those glutes, pulling that belly in. Shoulders are connected to our backs. And come back down. Bring this one up. Now put your left hand down to the floor and the right foot down to the floor. Now I'm tugging on that band. My head and chest are lifted. Now switch without moving anything else. Push down the band, push up on the band. And switch. And I'm going to try to lift my chest a little higher. I'm going to squeeze my glutes a little deeper. Yep, one more each side. Lifting. And boom. And release. Take the band back with you. Then put your hands on the mat and stretch back in that child's pose. Scoop that belly and round the back. Take your band and put it behind your back to the base of the armpit. So we're going to do a stretch first, and then we're going to go out into a plank. The band is optional. So I'm going to take my hands onto the mat. Don't have it too tight to where like your hands are killing you. Just enough resistance you can push into it, okay? So I got my shoulders over my wrist, my hips over my knees, my back is level. I'm going to let the band push my back down into an arch. Then I'm going to lift my chest and look out in front of me. Then I want you to reverse that. Slide the tail down the wall. Chin goes to your chest and press into that band. I'm going to inhale, let that band sink my belly button towards my mat. I exhale, I'm pressing through that band, scooping my belly deeper and rounding just a little bit deeper than if I didn't have that band. One more time, I'm going to inhale, everything sinks, lengthens, and now I tuck and I scoop. Now, if this is too much for your wrists, either loosen the band or get rid of it. I'm going to go back into a full plank. If that's not for you, just take your knees back. I'm going to keep pressure on that band. I'm going to lift my right foot, and my left heel is going to go back, back, center. Lift my left, back, back, center. Lift right, and I'm scooping deeper, squeezing those armpits more. And one more. Boom, boom. I lower to my knees. I stretch back. I'm pressing against that band still. Then I want you to bring those hands back. Release the band by your feet, and then make cups with your hands to release those wrists. Yes. All right, we're going to come to a high kneel. We're going to grab onto our bands again. I'm going to hold my band up, and I want it to be again in a V, so the hands shouldn't be shoulder width. They're a little bit past the shoulders. If you like these ends hanging down, you can bunch them up, whatever you want to do. Okay? I'm going to take my leg out to the side. My hips are pressing forward. The back of my knee should be in line with that heel. I'm going to do a side bend away from the straight leg. Come back up. Reach to the straight leg. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the pelvis still. Keep the hips pressing forward. Bring it back up. And inhale. And exhale. Now this time I'm going to take it down so far down that my hand's going to go to the mat. I'm going to need to open up here. If you need to, slide that hand further up. With that arm straight. We're going to take that other leg and lift it up and down. Keep that belly pulled in, lengthen long, and lower. Lift up. Keep that arm pressing straight. And 3, good. And 2, hold it here, circle, round to come up, round to come up, and round to come up. Reverse. And 3, 2, 1. Leg down, slide the hands towards you, bring it back up, yeah, and then come down. Bring the legs together. Now the other leg comes out, hips are pressing forward, zip that belly in and up. Stretch away from the straight leg. Don't move anything else with you. Back up. I inhale and I exhale. Hips press forward. I stretch over that railing. Now this time I'm going to go down to my mat. Arm is reaching long. Hips are open still. I'm going to lift this leg up and down. Keep this tight. Shoulders connected to the rib cage. Everything should be facing straight ahead. And 3, and you don't need to use the band. And 2, hold this one up, circle forward, round to come up, round to come up, round to come up. Now reverse it, reverse and up, reverse and up, reverse and up. Foot down, bring it back up, and then lower it down. Stretch forward. Nicely done, ladies. Let go of your band. I'm going to take my wrists again and stretch those. And then we're going to go into a lovely mermaid stretch. All right, so we're going to sit on our hip. You're going to mirror me. I'm going to grab my top shin and zip up nice and tall. Now, if you can't sit tall with your legs this close, let them come further apart. But use this hand here to help hold you up. Press against that shin to side stretch. My goodness. And hold it out. I must be moving a table. And come onto that forearm. Keep those hips pushing down, going over that railing. I can use my bottom arm to safely help me come back up. Hook on. Inhale over. Exhale, your obliques hold you here. And I come over. Last one. I inhale. And I exhale. Swing those legs around. Stay in your powerhouse. Stay in that powerhouse. Boom. If this is a tighter side and you're like this, open that leg up, please. Otherwise, we're stacked, elbows out, shoulders are down. And I'm going to inhale over. Exhale, hold. Forearm comes to the mat, hips are pushing down. I go up and over on an inhale. Use those obliques, squeeze, exhale, use your breath. Hook on, inhale. Open up, exhale. Finish it here. Inhale over that railing. Push those hips down towards the heels. Bring it back up. And release. All right, turn to face your feet and grab onto your band. All right, so we're going to take the flat band behind your right foot. We're going to do some quick stretches here to finish up. The other leg can be straight or bent for the first stretch. Then it has to be straight. So we're bringing it all the way back, knees in. I'm going to zip this leg all the way up. So right here on this stretch, the hamstring stretch, if you want to bend the opposite leg, that's fine. I'm going to inhale, exhale, bring it a little closer. Keep pushing into that band though. Keep the belly heavy. Inhale, exhale. Now put both ends into your right hand. Pull your elbow down. Take the left arm out like a T. Both legs must be straight here. Let this leg fall out away from you, but your pelvis can't go with you. The hip can't go with you. I am stretching that leg long. Neck is relaxed. From your core, inner thigh, bring that leg back up. Now put those ends in your left hand. Pull your left elbow down to your mat. Reach the right arm out like a T. Now keep the rib cage heavy at first. IT band stretch. So hold that. I'm pressing long into my band. Now if you want to get more for your spine, for your back, I'll let this leg go further. My hip is going to start to come off the mat. I'm getting more of rotation. I'm going to look away from that leg. My shoulders must stay heavy. Then bring that leg back up, one end in each hand. Put your left toes in. This stretch, you can have the right leg bent or straight. Press those elbows down. Press those toes up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale a little closer. Inhale. Exhale. Put both ends into your left hand. Pull the elbow down. Arm out like a T. Both legs are straight. And we're going to let this leg fall out. Keep the pelvis and the hip still. But I'm still pushing out in that band. I'm trying to lengthen that leg. Keep the belly heavy. Natural breathing. And bring that leg back up. Put both ends into your right hand. Pull that elbow down. Left arm out like a T. Now anchor down the rib cage. Let this leg go a little bit across, but keep that hip down. Keep pressing into that band. Now if you want, the hip can go with you. We go further out into a rotation. Breathe. Keep both legs reaching long, pushing into that band. Then bring that leg back up. One hand with each end. Rock yourself all the way up. Yep. Let go of the band. Round forward. Head is heavy. Use those hands to pull your torso a little closer to those thighs. Using your core, stack your spine. We're going to sit crisscross one more time. If it doesn't feel good, get where it does. I'm going to walk my hands out. To me, this feels pretty good right now. Head is heavy, shoulders are melted. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Walk those hands back in, stacking your spine, melting those shoulders. And just stay here in place and just give me an inhale and an exhale. And one more. Lengthen your spine. Now keep it just as high, nice and long as you exhale. And you have made it. Nicely done. You feel more stretched out? Okay. It's a good day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.